Please welcome Dr. Marshall Bouton.
Very much, Sri, and thank you to India Abroad for me what is a very special honor, a very personal honor, one that has actually thrilled me. I remember India Abroad as my lifeline. As a young American who'd spent 3 or 4 very formative years living in India in my very early adulthood, and I came back to the United States, and I was just thirsty for information about India. At that time, Americans were by and large uninterested. We wrote letters on those old air forms. Some of you will remember. There was no way to understand, to know what was going on in India on a regular basis. And India Abroad filled that void for me and for many of us, and continued to do that in increasing measure over the years that followed. So I'm enormously grateful not only for this award, but for the enormous contribution that India Abroad has made over now 4 decades to American understanding of India, as well as to connecting those of us who are really involved with the country. And in that regard, I want to make one correction. This award has been billed as the Friend of India Award, and I need you all to understand that to me, India has been a friend. My wife is not here, but I will say it this way. Apart from my wife and my family, I have had one passion in my life, and that has been India. It has meant a great deal to me intellectually, spiritually, but most of all in the connections that I've made with a huge number of friends, of relationships that have kept me inspired and involved in India over so many decades. And I'm proud to say that my wife was raised in India, my older son was conceived in India, and my younger son, who's sitting there, was born in India. So we like to say, we will continue to remind our 2 sons and their daughters-in-law, and we have one of our daughters-in-law here tonight, that they have Indian Atmans. So India has been at the center not only of my personal life, but of our family life. I have come to regard India as, among many other things, the greatest storytelling civilization in the history of human society. This is a tradition that thrives on storytelling, all the examples that immediately come to your minds. And today we see that in modern form in the contributions that Indian Americans and Indians, many in this room, are making to telling stories about our globalizing world through film, through literature, and through journalism. And that's why, to me, India Abroad's sponsorship of these awards is so important, because what it represents is a storytelling, a journalistic tradition that has been historically important, but that is so important today to the advancement of India's democracy, because journalism brings to bear honesty, integrity, and a true spirit of democratic participation in our governance. And those qualities will continue to carry India forward as they have in the past. Thank you again for this honor. It's a great for me to be.